In my opinion, Sony makes the best cameras on the market. Now, your opinion might be different than this, but this is my channel, okay? Amazing autofocus, high bit rates, frame rates, and resolutions for video shooters, small, compact, full frame bodies. To me, they're the best. But there is one area that I don't think Sony has mastered yet, and I think a lot of people share the same opinion as me. And that, my friends, is their color science, particularly skin tones. Some of us have dark circles under and around their eyes, like me. Some of us have blotchy miscolorations in their skin, also like me. And now that my self-esteem is just plummeting downhill by the second, let's talk about an amazing plugin that works with Premiere Pro, Final Cut, and DaVinci Resolve, and it works like magic. And it can help fix color issues that you might have with your camera in just a few clicks. Not only that, but for those of you that like to shoot log, or maybe you want to start shooting log, but you've been intimidated by the whole color grading process, this plugin can easily transform your log footage to a normal looking, ready to post Rec 709 look, and you could easily choose the camera's colors that you want to emulate regardless of pretty much any camera that you're shooting on right now. Today we're taking a look at Cinematch. Now this plugin was designed to allow you to use different cameras in your project and then match all the cameras up to one color so that your whole project flows together nice and easy. For example, let's say you're shooting your project with a Canon camera, your iPhone, and a DJI drone. All you gotta do is run all those clips through Cinematch and you'll be able to match up your shots perfect. Another way to use Cinematch, is a way that I use all the time, is to be able to just switch your camera's color science up for something more appealing to you. Again, I shoot with Sony and sometimes I change it to Arri Alexa or Canon or Blackmagic or Fuji, whatever I'm feeling for the day. And with Cinematch, you also get a whole set of color correction and grading tools to make more adjustments if you want. Now, I already did a whole video, I'll link it right here, on matching different cameras with Cinematch. Today, we're just gonna focus on changing up your camera's color science, and I'll show you guys how it works. So we have a few shots here. Some are using the FX3 in S-Log3, and the other ones are on my iPhone in Filmic Pro using Filmic Log. So here in Cinematch, I'm gonna choose my camera, which is the Sony FX3, and I'm gonna choose S-Log3 S-Gamut 3 Cine. And over here on the right, you're gonna see a little box that says Apply Rec 709 Transform. If I tick that, boom. Normal looking footage, no more log, everything is transformed for you. And now let's say I wanna change my Sony colors over to Canon. Everybody says they love Canon's color science. Let's check it out and see how it looks. I go to my target profile, select Canon, then choose a camera, and I'm gonna select the R5C, and we'll go with C-Log2 Cinema Gamut. And just like that, we now have Canon colors on a Sony camera. Same thing goes for Blackmagic colors, DJI, Red, Fuji, whatever you want. Speaking of Fuji, let's try something out now. I'm gonna reset everything back to square one. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna choose my camera, FX3, S-Log3, S-Gamut 3 Cine, and as my target profile, I'm gonna choose Fujifilm F-Log. So now we're transforming S-Log3 over to F-Log. Now here's the cool part. Cinematch is actually able to transform the gamma curve of S-Log3 to match the gamma curve of F-Log in Fuji cameras. So now what I could do is, instead of clicking that Apply Rec 709 transform, I can go on something like Fujifilm's official website and download one of their official LUTs for F-Log, and I could add it over the top of Cinematch's transform. Now when doing this, you have to understand something, that different logs in different cameras are meant to be exposed different ways. Like, I don't know exactly how you're supposed to expose Fuji's F-Log because I don't shoot Fuji, but I do know that on Sony cameras in S-Log2 or 3, you're typically supposed to overexpose by like 1 to 2 stops depending on your lighting. So you might have to make maybe a few exposure and temperature adjustments just to dial in your footage perfectly to match the F-Log LUT that we downloaded from Fuji. And just like that, we now have that signature old-fashioned, muted, really neutral, not super saturated Fuji look from an official Fuji LUT right on top of our Sony footage. And one of the things that I really like about Cinematch is that they went ahead and included profiles for non-pro cameras. You have Arri Alexa, Blackmagic, Red cameras on here, Sony cameras, but they also included things like DJI drones, action cameras like a GoPro, your iPhone. No matter what you're shooting on, you're able to fix the colors in just a few clicks and match them up perfectly with the rest of your footage. All right, now here are some shots that I took on my iPhone, again, using Filmic Pro with their Log V3, I think it is, 3. Now I'm shooting on the iPhone 14 Pro, and in this list we only have the 13 Pro, but I do know that they're working on a profile for the 14 Pro. But the good news is if you're shooting in Filmic Log, the color science hasn't changed there, so the 13 Pro profile should work perfectly. Cinematch is probably my favorite plugin, and I use it all the time. Cinematch is worth every penny in my opinion, and if you want to check it out, I'll leave a link in the description below where you could start a free trial. And if you choose to purchase Cinematch, you could use the code LAPANI, wait, we're reversed here, LAPANI, and you'll get 10% off your purchase. Thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop a comment down below. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you Cinematch for being my favorite plugin in the world right now, and thank you for sponsoring today's video. I will see you guys next time. Yeah!